Moin, I'm Catherine and today I'm in bed with my favorite books of the month of April. And all in all, I've listened to 18 books in April, although one almost doesn't count because it was some chick lit thing that I'm not going to mention by name here. But I logged it in my private Goodreads account just for me not to make the mistake to try to listen to it again at some point in the future when I forget that I did start listening to it. Because it was like, I think I've listened to 10 minutes, and in those first 10 minutes, the word hot, he's so hot, hot night out, hot, 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 hot. And I felt like for every hot, one of my brain cells was dying. And I realized again that chick lit just is not for me. But before I tell you about the books I liked in April, I want to tell you about this one because somehow I forgot this in my February wrap-up. I don't know how it happened. It's Sing Them Home by Stephanie Kallos. I liked it a lot. It's a family story and about home, the thing called home. And I gave it 4 out of 5 stars. As I mentioned in the last wrap-up or in the one before, I'm not sure, I'm on a mission to re-listen to all the Tale of the City novels by Armistead Maupin because I want to read #listen to the new ones that I haven't read yet. And in April, I finished listening to the 6th part, which is Sure of You. And as the whole series, I liked it. It wasn't like one of the strongest novels out of the series, maybe for me, but I still liked it. I gave it 3 out of 5 stars. And then I've listened to Eat, Pray, Love by Elizabeth Gilbert. And as I've said in one of the last wrap-ups, I'm not sure in which one because I filmed both of them on the same day, but just watch both of them. I just discovered her this year, and I thought, as I like the signature of all things so much, I should listen to more of her stuff. So I've listened to Eat, Pray, Love, and I'm not going to tell you anything about the story because you've probably seen the movie. I haven't seen the movie. I'm going to see the movie. Eat, Pray, Love. I thought it was a little bit lengthy at some points, sometimes maybe a little bit pretentious, but I still liked it and I gave it 3 out of 5 stars. So usually I only talk about the books that I liked in those videos, but I had a big disappointment in April and I want to share it with you because I loved the submission by Amy Waldman so much, and it's one of the books I recommend the most to everyone. I also recommend it to you. So I was like really keen on reading her new novel, A Door in the Earth. Beautiful cover, beautiful title. And I think its biggest problem is that it isn't the own voice story, because it's about this Afghan woman who goes to a village in Afghanistan and what she experiences. And Amy Waldman isn't an Afghan woman, and this character didn't make any sense to me. I do get what she wants to do with this story. I do get it. But it's, no, sorry, no. And also the love story, no, I'm sorry, no. Next up is Smile by Raina Telgemeier. And I like this a lot. It's autobiographical about her preteen years, and she's supposed to get braces and everything, how she feels with them, what happens with them. It's about friendship, what true friends are, and it's just lovely, and I gave it 4 out of 5 stars. I also finally finished reading Unsongs by Moddi. This is the German edition. And I'm afraid it's not like last time when I spoke to Moddi. It wasn't translated into English, and he wasn't very hopeful that it would be. Maybe it is by now. If not, you should definitely ask your favorite publisher to get this translated into English. Moddi is a musician who's been on the channel twice. Last year he was here for a second session when he was on a reading tour with this book in Hamburg. And this is about songs that have been censored for one reason or another in one country or the other. And he went on this journey to find songs that have been censored and found hundreds over hundreds and picked a few that he then also recomposed. There's a German term for this in here that won't help you. I don't know what the English term would be. And made them a little bit his own, and also brought out an album with all of those songs. And he also wrote this book about his journey to find those songs. He was able to speak to a few of the people whose songs have been censored. And it's also about the process of finding the songs, of going on the journey, and then of recording the album and then promoting the album afterwards. And I can highly recommend this. If it's not out in English and you're not able to read it in English, I'm actually very sorry for you. It's out in Norwegian for sure, because he wrote it in Norwegian. So look out for this. I gave it 4 out of 5 stars. Then I've re-listened to Jonathan Tropper, This Is Where I Leave You, because I had it lying around in Swedish and I wanted to re-up my Swedish a little bit. And I gave it 3 stars the first time I read it, and I gave it 3 stars again this time, so I think I'm very consistent in that. I think it's not the best Jonathan Tropper, but it's still funny and okay, and it's about this guy who goes home to his father's funeral, and then they are told that his father wants them to sit shiva, although he's never been very religious, and then he has to deal with his family for 7 days, and also with his ex-girlfriend, and things happen, and it's okay. It's entertaining. It's okay. And then I've read The Glass Hotel by Emily St. John Mandel. And it's no secret that I'm a huge fan of Station 11. This is the German edition, Das Licht der Letzten. I'm going to film a Quarantine Reads video after this. It's going to be online the week after this is going online. This is going to be in there. Spoiler. Watch this later, 1 week after this. So this is about Vincent, who gets to know this guy who runs a Ponzi scheme, and what happens with her life with this guy, and what happens after the guy, and also it's about a few ghosts of her past, and it's just beautifully written, and I really liked it, and I gave it 4 out of 5 stars. And then I've listened to The Secret Garden by Frances Hodgson Burnett, and as I was just looking for covers, because I don't have a physical copy yet, these are also beautiful. I couldn't decide which one to choose, but this may be my favorite. But if you get hold of one of those copies and send them to me, I would be totally fine with that. So this is about this young girl who grows up in India, super neglected by her parents, and then both of her parents die, and she has to go back to live with her uncle in Yorkshire, who's also very reclusive, and she finds a secret garden. She gets to know some people who she learns to like a lot, and this is about her journey and the people she touches, and it's beautiful. I liked it a lot, and I gave it 4 out of 5 stars. So it's April 2020. Corona is still going on. In Germany, small stores and shops were allowed to reopen last week. But even before that, there were some independent bookstores that allowed you to order some books, and then they would hand them out to you, or you could order them online if they had an online service. And maybe this thing is going on somewhere where you live. Maybe your independent bookstore does the same, because those are some of the books I bought from my independent local bookstore. So I'm going to close by saying, never forget to support your local independent bookstore. Moin, I'm Catherine, and today I'm in bed with Laura Seth.
Hi!
So we are here to talk about a book I love very, very much. It's called
Tell the Wolves I'm Home by Carol Rivka Brun.